What's up guys, my name is Dontrell Redmond and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Forgive me, I'm getting a little sick, so my asthma's going to be flaring up. So I'm sorry if you can hear me wheezing. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking me to do that discussion on the Broly movie. And since the second Broly movie came out, it gave me a lot more to go off of, so why not discuss it? So first thing first is that this movie is canon, because the original Broly movies, the first three, none of them were canon. But this one is canon because it takes right after the Tournament of Power. It even said it in the trailer, so you know it's canon at that point. Another thing, in the first trailer, I thought this Broly was gonna be like he was like made in a laboratory, based on how it made it seem like in the first one, because there was a lot of tubes with babies in it. And I'm thinking like, okay, well, that's probably why he's so powerful. You know, they kept changing his genetics and kept changing him up and things like that to where he got this powerful. That's from the first trailer. But in the second trailer, it shows that the babies that were in those tubes were Goku, Vegeta. You know, Broly, he was pretty much out and about already. But at least that's what they showed in the trailer. But yeah, from what it shows in this one, and of course we all know Goku. I'm sorry y'all, but we all know Goku and how he got this far and how he got this powerful, and people was wondering if this movie was gonna be canon, and sure enough in the trailer it said it. So that explains him. Vegeta, I mean, it didn't really say much for Vegeta. I mean, he basically pretty much picked up where Goku was. You know, after the Tournament of Power, that's where all this took place. And as far as Broly, he's the mysterious Saiyan. You know, of course, we know who he is. And of course, Goku and Vegeta and a few members of, you know, his friends knew who Broly was within the old movies. But since they kind of doing Broly from scratch, it's supposed to be a mysterious warrior to everybody. And from what I'm seeing, I don't know. One thing I want to know is, because in the movie before, when it came to Broly, the first one actually, Paragus had a device where he can, you know, control Broly somewhat. And I'm wondering if he has something like that in this one. I've been told that he has, but we'll see. But yeah, if he has something to control Broly, does Broly end up going wild again and end up killing Paragus, or like what happens? But and the thing is about Frieza, I'm a little bit more surprised that Frieza was able to convince Paragus and Broly to work with him, seeing as that Frieza is the reason why their home planet is gone. But from what they showed, you know, they fought just a little bit. I guess Frieza was just testing his strength to see if he was going to be strong enough to fight Goku. And I'm guessing he did more than just prove it. But I need to, like, that's part of a story I'm really concerned about, or really curious about, I might say, is how did Frieza convince Paragus and Broly to team up with him? I mean, as far as Vegeta, if Vegeta's father did the same thing he did in the first movie, you know, trying to kill Broly as a baby because of his power level, then I can get the whole revenge thing. That's what the whole reason for the first one was. Well, Paragus had one of his revenge against Vegeta in the first one, but Broly wanted to kill Goku because Goku made Broly cry as a baby. Now I'm wondering what the reasoning for this one is. I know Broly doesn't have any grudge against anybody, at least from what he showed in the trailer. He doesn't have a grudge against anybody. He's just doing what he's told. But I'm trying to figure out what does Paragus get out of this. But from when it shows Beerus and Whis, I don't think they're gonna get involved at all. I mean, it's obviously not gonna get involved. They didn't get involved with the whole fight with Frieza. But from what I see of Whis and Beerus, they do not get involved at all. And Whis, he never really gets involved in anything. He's an angel, so they stay neutral. So Beerus, the only time he actually ever helped with a villain is when he was going up against Zamasu, but what he did absolutely really nothing for Trunks' universe. They show Bulma, I guess she was collecting the Dragon Balls for whatever reason. Now, I'm curious to see if she was collecting the Dragon Balls before the fight or during the fight. Like, when I say during, like she found out about, you know, Broly being there and Goku and Vegeta having a hard time, and she go and wish for Dragon Balls. Or beforehand, and she was just trying to get a wish for something. I've also been told when it comes to Paragon, there's something about his belt. It's like a device. And then Broly got that little thing on his neck. Maybe that's how he's controlling him. Because before, Broly had like a little headband. Had like some kind of thing on his head that allowed Paragon to control him. So maybe he got some on his belt. But when it comes to this movie, it more so makes it canon because it's able to fit after the Tournament of Power. It's not between what's going on in a certain part of the series like the first Broly movie. People was wondering, like, where does this go as far as the Android side leading to cell phone? From what I can see, for Gohan was able to go Super Saiyan in after he got the hyperbolic time chamber. So if he was able to go Super Saiyan after that, it had to be in between the time when they did that 3 days of training and that 3 days of rest. And but that's the thing though, they were supposed to stay Super Saiyan throughout the whole time, but in the movie they weren't Super Saiyan at all. So that's why like it can fit in the timeline. The movies can fit within that timeline, but it's just the fact that there are a lot of stuff that goes on in a movie that does not make sense to what the series had went through. Like with Janemba came after Buu. At the end of the Buu saga, Goku and Vegeta were both alive. But for whatever reason, the Janemba movie, they were both dead still. Then he was like, yeah, the only person that we go this far was Majin Buu. And, you know, I'm just like, but you're still dead. You was wished back to life. Well, actually, no. The old Kai gave his life to Goku so that Goku could come back to life. And then Vegeta got wished back. So I'm like, yeah, these movies can fit within the timeline. It's just like a lot of the stuff that happened within the movie does not make sense to where it could be canon. But yeah, I'm very, very curious about this movie. And then the second trailer showed a little bit more about what was going on, and that was pretty good. It was showing a lot more. It wasn't holding back anything. But it's obvious. Like now, people are wondering, like, how will they win this fight against Broly? Will it be going Ultra Instinct? Will it be infusing into Gogeta? What will it be? Because it seems like Vegeta does not show up for the rest of the fight. Like after they go Super Saiyan Blue, it's just Goku and Broly throughout the rest of the trailer. Because it seems like Vegeta kicks it off, and I'm pretty sure he goes up to Super Saiyan Blue or his beyond Super Saiyan Blue power. But then I guess he gets knocked out or something, and then it's just Goku and Broly. Like what it shows in the trailer, it's just Goku and Broly for the rest of it. So, who knows? Broly might end up pushing him to his limit to where he might go Ultra Instinct again. Because from what it showed in the first one, Goku had like I can't really describe it. It's like if you see the first trailer, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's kind of like what happened in the Tournament of Power. When Goku had like a blue aura coming out of him that was not Super Saiyan blue. It was like a bit different. Like it's like the aura of his Ultra Instinct aura, basically. So it looked like that rather than just his basically blue power. But another thing I'm curious about Broly is that he has several transformations, though none of them are really like the first few are not really Super Saiyan. Like when he's coming down the steps, you see him, his hair down, like how Broly's supposed to wear hair down, that's his base form. And then when he powers up, his hair goes up, but his eyes still stay the same color. Then next thing you know, his hair is still up, but his eyes are like yellowish, yellow greenish, like somewhere in there. And then that's his third transformation right there. And then the fourth one is his basic Super Saiyan form. We've seen it before. Not the purple one, but the one in the second Broly's Second Coming movie when he was fighting Goten and Trunks. That form. And then he goes to his full limit. They have yet to show what he's gonna look like when he goes to his legendary form. I don't know what they're gonna call it. From what they did with Kale, it was called the Berserk form, which I can understand why they did that, because Broly was not canon. But they made what Broly is as a character canon. Craziness and only focus was Goku. So they pretty much did that with Kale. And from what they did, it made sense for them to do that, because Kale was pretty much the same as Broly. When it came to in their base forms, it was kind of like it looked like they were kind of shy and like way back, like, hey, what's up? I'm here, that type of thing. Then once they transform, they become very aggressive. Now with Kale, once she gets ticked, she goes straight into a legendary form. Broly, once he starts rising up his power, he starts losing his mind. So that's the difference between those two. And people ask, like, who will win between a fight? That Broly, or, the first movie Broly, or Kale? Honestly, I would probably have to say Kale, because in the Tournament of Power, they made it seem like Super Saiyan Blue was nothing. Honestly, they really did. Because Goku beat Broly as a Super Saiyan in the first Broly. He beat him as a Super Saiyan. Goku went Super Saiyan Blue, and I don't know if it was full power command now, because you can't kill in the Tournament of Power, so I'm pretty sure he had to hold back some, but regardless, he was still in Super Saiyan Blue. Hit her with it, and she just walked through it. So, that was a bit, yeah, but it was cool the first time that Broly did it, but when Kale did it, it was like, this is Super Saiyan Blue, come on now. But I think Kale would probably beat that Broly just because of what they did in the Tournament of Power. But against this new Broly, I'm sorry, but Kale would not win, honestly. Because not only does Broly have more transformations, but Broly is able to. Broly was basically going head to head with Goku in a sense his base form, except that they were just up and his eyes were yellow. So if you can go against Goku in that form, his power is pretty much way above that if he transforms to his legendary form. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. They showed up Piccolo. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a really important part to play. Ever since, in the old Dragon Ball Z movies, whenever there's something going on, Gohan is there and Piccolo ends up saving Gohan, except for the Broly Second Coming, Krillin ended up saving Gohan and Piccolo's outfit. But let's see. Let's see. Let me just say this: the first movie was good. It was a good start to like how Broly is, what the character is. I just didn't like the fact that Goku making him cry as a baby is what was driving him to kill Goku. I never really liked that. A lot of people didn't like that. He's just pretty much a big baby, if that's the reason why he wants to kill Goku. Then we got the second one, where he comes to Earth and in search of Goku, ends up fighting Goten and Trunks, and then Gohan steps in and finish it off, and then the father, son, Kamehameha with Goku, Gohan, and Goten. And then the third one is when they find, DNA of Broly all over the place. They take that, and they was making like bio warriors, bio fighters or something like that. And they were still working on Broly, I guess. But once Broly got a sight of Goten, that's, you pretty much know what happened. And I think that one was the worst movie, honestly. That was the worst movie. The second one was okay. That Bio Broly, that was the worst one to me. But from what I'm seeing of this movie, it seems like it might be actually really good. I'm really curious to see what the whole story is. And I'm curious to see, okay, there was like a pod. I'm guessing Broly was in that pod. There were two Saiyans that jumped down. One on the right was Paragus. I'm curious to see who was the one on the left. Some say that might have been Vegeta's brother Tarble. But Tarble, from what they've shown, when they had like a little special, but it's only in Japanese, that they showed up Tarble, but he was way shorter than Vegeta. It seemed like he was still a kid, but he was buried and everything. But that movie special, whatever, I don't know if that's canon, so I don't think it is. But they showed up Tarble before, so I don't know if it's that. Some people have said it's Shallot from Dragon Ball Legends. If you don't know what that is, you probably don't know who Shallot is, and I doubt it's Shallot. But you never know. You never know who it could be. But as far as who's going to beat Broly, I don't think it's going to be fusion between Goku and Vegeta. I don't think it's going to be that. I honestly don't. Because, for one, that fusion dance between Goku and Vegeta is not canon. It's canon between Goten and Trunks. But Goku and Vegeta, it's not really canon because they've never done it in the show. They've only done the Potara fusion, which gave them Vegeta. Vegeta has never shown up within Dragon Ball Z ever at all. Now, you can say that he showed up in Dragon Ball GT, but Dragon Ball Super kind of pretty much negates Dragon Ball GT. Dragon Ball GT is no longer canon. But other than that, that's the only time Vegeta actually showed up within the Dragon Ball Z storyline, because Dragon Ball GT pretty much carried off, or pretty much picked up where Z left off, in a sense, and made their own little story. It was like 65 episodes. Everything was so rushed, and I felt like they had great designs. I would not lie, they had great character designs, great attacks and everything, but I felt like the story could have been better. But yeah, Gogeta is not canon, so that's why I don't really think they're gonna like bring him in. But the fusion is canon because Goten and Trunks have done it, so it's always the first time for everything. My bet is probably gonna have to be on Ultra Instinct Goku. That's my best bet. And then there was a post discussing on if Goku was able to master Ultra Instinct, what would happen if he add a Super Saiyan transformation to it. And that got me thinking, for those who think Superman can beat Goku as of right now, even though Ultra Instinct doesn't last that long, if Goku finds a way to perfect it to where he won't have that little toll effect that he did in the Tournament of Power, But I'm not even gonna get into that. This ain't that discussion. But yeah, it's just I honestly don't think Gogeta will show up. Like I said, these are just my opinions, my speculations. You guys can let me know what you think at the bottom of at the comment section below. But from what I'm saying, I don't think Gogeta will show up. Ultra Instinct is mostly the thing that might show up. It's gonna show up again. It's like I might be wrong. I think I've heard this from somebody, but after this movie, they're gonna continue it with a different series because they got other universes that are that didn't participate that have a lot of strong warriors as well, and I'm pretty sure they have strong villains in there as well. So, yeah, so that's something I'm curious about. I wonder what will be the starting arc for the new series. But I think I might have covered everything. But you guys, if I missed something, let me know at the bottom of the comments. If you have your own opinion, but I want to discuss this with y'all. Let me know some things at the bottom of the comments. This is something, if you don't know, I like anime. You know, I watch My Hero Academia, Naruto. If you want to do discussions like this more often, let me know. I watched all of them. So, yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Follow me on my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. It'll all be in the description below. Like I said, subscribe if you're new. And until the next video, you guys, see ya. I might have some Dragon Ball Z music playing at the end. Well, I might do it throughout the whole video. Let's see.